Well, hello there, Tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and this is the newly buffed T100 LT. Yes, in the latest update, they did in fact make this tank stronger. Now, in my opinion, I don't personally think the tank needed any of these buffs, but in today's video, I will be going over what changed, and then showcasing a couple of battles I played in this thing earlier to kind of give you an idea of how actually insane this tank is right now and sort of how it plays. So first off, let's take a look at the changes. Well, the first change it got was a bit of a reload buff, which is quite nice. So its DPM overall is going to be better. It's going to be about 3,400 with gun rammer. The next change it got was it got 5mm more pen on the standard and premium AP rounds, which is kind of insane. The fact that this thing, which already has insane pen for a light tank, just got more. It's only 5, yes, I know, but 5mm is still a decent amount for a pen buff. The other thing it got was more power to weight, so this tank will be faster getting up to its top speed, and that will make it easier to get in and out of situations early and end game. So that's a big buff there. And the only thing it really got in terms of a nerf was its dispersion. Its dispersion got nerfed by a decent chunk. However, I use refined guns, so I feel like it doesn't really matter. I haven't really noticed the gun to be any more troll than it already was, because this gun, it will troll you no matter what. And honestly, I'm fine with that. It's the T100 LT. This is the Pancake monster. So we're going to break into these battles here that I got earlier, and I will kind of go over how this tank plays. So, jumping on into game number 1 that I did in fact play on mines. Now, playing the T100 on mines is a little bit sus because, of course, this is not a map that is really meant for lights in a way. Like, yeah, sure, you can take mid at the very top there, but if you're not able to take mid and you get stuck sitting on the hill or trying to flank through spawn or trying to flank to the lighthouse, you're in a very awkward spot because a lot of TDs have so many lines of sight on you in this map, so it's very, very sus a lot of the time. But luckily for me, I'm able to take the hill here, and that means that I have pretty much full control over the enemy team's ability to move up in mid, and this is where the T100 really shines. It's super, super low profile. It makes it insanely difficult for enemy players to hit you. And because this thing has some really randomly troll armor because of the way it's sloped, it just makes it a monster when you get it into these really annoying spots where the enemy team can't really do much against you, and you can just kind of farm them out using your amazing DPM. So you can see here, I have complete control, like I said, on the top of the hill, and we're just going to keep bleeding out this Super Conqueror. Not Super Conqueror, bro, what am I saying, dude? The normal Conqueror. Man's already on 800 health, so yeah, I'm not too worried about him. And to be fair, their TDs on the enemy team aren't exactly the scariest things in the world. They don't exactly have like a 183 or something I really have to worry about. They only have a Yag Tiger and a 704, so in this sort of situation, I really just want to keep this hill safe and locked down as much as I can. And basically, I'm just going to keep using my mini-map to keep my eyes on what is happening and where. So we see that 57 Heavy is getting bled out by our KV Junior, so I do, of course, help him out, and we do pick up the kill on that player. KV Junior dies, a fat ripperoonie in the chat there. However, this Yag Tiger decided he felt like playing frontline, so yeah, poor man is not going to have a very fun time here. You can see, obviously, the T100 doesn't have too much gun depression, so I'm going to use this ridge or bit of hill dip thing, whatever you want to call it, to my advantage here to kind of get my gun down a little bit more than I would if I was on flat ground up here. So there we go. We're able to get a nice couple of shells right into the Yag Tiger there. However, this chieftain really wants to shoot at me, so I'm going to kind of ignore him for now and go back to helping my team. My double 752 platoon. I'm pretty sure they're in platoon. Yes, they are. Deal with whatever's in front of them. So this Rhino and Lewis. Freaking Lewis, man. Look at him sitting back there. Anyways, here's the Rhino making a poke, and you can see troll armor right there. I don't know how this thing gets so many bounces. Well, I do because of basically the way the plates are sloped, but Anyways, it's still stupid. A light tank should not be getting this kind of luck and RNG in terms of its armor. So, there you go. You get a bounce, like I said. And unfortunately, now I'm the one bouncing the side of a chieftain, which is very fun indeed. So, let's aim in that shot this time. Thank you, Flossie. And you can see here we're already at 3,100 damage in a very short amount of time. Like, this game's only been going on for a couple minutes now. And, yeah, we're racking up the damage. You can see, again, it's very, very, very easy to farm tanks in the T100 LT. You can almost kind of play it like a medium in some ways because of the fact it has so much DPM. It has really, really troll armor. Like, you get away with a lot in this tank, and it's really stupid. You can see the accuracy, like, it's not even that bad. Like, they nerfed the dispersion, sure, but I was still able to hit that shot. And that's not too uncommon for the T100. You can hit some pretty nice snapshots in this tank. So, now that the Rhino is dead, all that's left is the 704, and unfortunately for me, my gun then starts giving me a bit of Russian RNG, and I basically only pen this one shell here, and that's about it for the whole game. Like, you can see here, I bounce, and then, like, if I skip ahead, like, oh, I did kill that guy. Never mind. I killed the Lewis in the back. Okay. And, yeah, now basically my gun's gonna troll me for the rest of the game. So there's literally no point in me showing this. We come out with the victory, and we deal over 4,000 damage with that final shot on Mr. Lewis in the back there. So, very, very solid game on mines out of all maps here for the T100. And a really good showcase of what you can do in a tank like this when you are given a good situation. Getting on into game number 2, you can see I am tuning with bro. Just realized he changed his name when I recorded this game, or when I played this battle. Yes, that is Droodles. Don't mind the name. It's very special indeed. Anyways, here we are. We're on Vineyards for game number 2 here, and I will be making my way towards the left-hand side of the map if I can. You can see the enemy team has an STB and a Sheridan M48 Patton. A lot of mobile tanks, to be exact, and so does our team. However, they have a medium and light tank advantage. They have 2 mediums and 1 light, and we only have me and our STB, so I do have to be very careful here. However, bro in his Sheridan decided, oh yes, let me YOLO over the hill, and so we get a free shell into him. That was an absolutely goated spotting run from that player right there. And oh, there's the STB. So on a map like Vineyards, I love taking this position right here where this bush is, and sort of just spotting up initially because that bush is very safe. You have a lot of team support. If you have a lot of team support, it's very easy for them to shoot at the opponents poking you. So you can see there, like, we spotted up that V4 as well. Like, what is bro doing over here? This enemy team is completely lost in the sauce. Like, you can see this M48 trying to shoot at me, completely misses. So at this point, I'm just going to keep waiting here for an opportune moment to shoot at players like the V4. And there we go. We get a nice juicer into the V4 there. And accuracy moment. We do finish him off with a nice hot shot there as well. And since the STB did shoot, I'm going to peek out and get a shell into him. So with the T100, I mean, obviously you don't have the highest alpha damage in the world. So you kind of want to wait until enemy tanks shoot, and then poke out and shoot them. You don't want to really trade all your HP away early game, because this is a light tank, and the more HP you have to save towards the end game, the stronger you will be, because being able to take shots end game in a light tank is going to be amazingly useful to you, especially if you're in a sus situation. Now, this battle isn't very sus, and it's obviously going to be a win, so I'm going to play insanely aggressive towards where this Foch is, and also where their concept is in the back, because of course at this point it's just a damage farming race, and you can see I'm only at 1900 damage, so I really need to start dishing out those juicers to get my damage up. So now we're at 2200, and I hit a really nice shot into that concept's turret. I kind of pre-fired that because I thought he was going to turn his turret, and he did, and then we get a nice max roll. So just like that, you can see we are racking up the damage real quick here. We're already at 3100 damage, and are we going to get the kill on the concept? Maybe, 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 and we do. There we go. Concept is now finished off, and where is the Rhino? Let's take a wild guess here. We haven't seen him all game, and he has 0 kills. And there we go. Concept answered my question. So Basically, the rest of this battle, I get some lovely free farm on this AFK Rhino. For some reason, I don't know if Wargaming added this in as like, if a player starts getting shot at in their last one left, maybe Wargaming replaces the player with a bot or something. Like, it's a theory Droodles and I have had for a while, but it's just so odd how they randomly wake up once you start shooting at them. But there we go. We were able to get out another 4,000 damage game in this goated vehicle. And I mean, you can just see how nice the mobility, DPM, armor profile, like it's all amazing. Like if you want a very good all-round light tank, the T100 is definitely one to pick up. And finally, for the last battle, we are on Castilla, which is a map I absolutely hate. Doesn't matter what tank I'm in, this map will always give me lots of pain and suffering when I'm playing it. But we are in the T100 LT, so let's see how we get along. Now, one of the main things this tank has going for it, which I have not mentioned yet, besides the amazing mobility, DPM, armor, whatever you want to call it, amazing tank overall, is the spotting mechanic. Now, being able to spot people for 20 seconds when normally you would only be able to spot them for 10 is absolutely ridiculous. You will notice you get a lot of... don't worry about my driving right now. I'm trying to get up to that spot there, but I take the wrong pathing, so it doesn't happen. But basically, you will get a ton of spotting assistance damage in the T100 because once you shoot someone, doesn't matter if you pen or not, if your shell hits them to begin with, they are now going to be spotted for 20 seconds. It doesn't matter what kind of cover they have in front of them. It doesn't matter where they are on the map. You can shoot someone across the map and hit them, and they will still be spotted for 20 seconds, which just makes it absolutely annoying for the enemy team to deal with. And I'm going to use that to my advantage here. You can see we do, in fact, see the 183 up against us. So now, bro is spotted for 20 seconds. So he's going to get lit up by our team, and that shell kind of disappeared. I'm assuming it hit another enemy teammate who was beside the 183. But anyways, this 57 has decided he felt like YOLOing over, and he was like, nah, who needs to wait patiently for damage here? We're gonna YOLO into the front line. And of course, that gives me an opportune time to farm damage because this is Castilla, or Campstilla, as I like to call it. So sitting on this medium side hill, basically unspotted in this bush, is what I'm going to be doing for a lot of this battle here. And yeah, at this point, I'm just going to wait for the M103 to poke, or someone else to poke, as I know their whole team is basically all on C-side. So there's the M103. Look at that goofy player right there, making his way, oh yeah, into our spawn. Oh, he's going to get him good, guys. Oh, yes. And the M48 Patton is now down below. Bro is making a river push. Absolutely insane gameplay right here from this Patton. And I'm going to take this moment to try to shoot at him. However, I don't want to exactly brawl an M48 Patton. In the T100, yes, you have good DPM, you have good armor, you have a good low profile, but you still want to avoid brawls as much as you can. Really, I would only take brawls in this tank if you absolutely have to, because of course, people can still HE your sides. People can still bully you in this tank. And now that the M48 Patton is completely surrounded, oh my god, you can see we got a bounce from the 183. I didn't even realize that when I was playing this battle. That's stupid. Anyways, the M48 Patton's pretty cooked, and oh boy, don't worry about that shot. That never happened. But you can see here's the 183. Let's hit him with a nice track shot there, keeping him spotted as well. So hopefully our team can nuke him more. And you can see, again, even though I didn't pen that shot, he is still going to be spotted for 20 seconds. And every time I shoot the 183, that 20-second timer will reset. So he will continuously be spotted for 20 seconds every single time I shoot him. And we hit him with a really, really nice shot into his turret top there, finishing off that player. And now all that's left is a goofy IS-4 in our spawn, who's not really doing a whole lot, but I'm going to use my nice mobility to make my way on over to that IS-4 and do some more damage. And you can see here, having a super low profile makes it almost impossible for a tank like the IS-4 to actually hit me here. I just realized I'm out of standard AP, but anyways, that's not the point. You can see he actually just ignored me there. Like, I got to his side, and if you side hug someone in the T100 LT, they basically are going to give up. It's so difficult to deal with this tank when it is side-hugging you, because most tanks don't have enough gun depression to actually see you or get a shot into your turret there. So there you go. Another 4,000 damage game. I figured I would show three replays of 4,000 damage plus. And it's a pretty good showcase of this tank's capabilities in different situations there. So all 3 games pretty nice. And honestly, all of my T100 battles have been pretty solid there. Obviously, the steamrolls in this matchmaker make it so just showing replays is a little bit easier. But anyways, for any of you who have not picked up this tank yet and are into light tank driving, I highly recommend you do so. As well, I highly recommend you subscribe to the channel. It's a fantastic way to support my content and stay up to date when I post videos almost daily. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.